Today on BigCTV, we are going to, first of all, tell you about some exciting upcoming episodes that will be coming to Season 5. We're also going to do a test drive of Tembo the Badass Elephant, a brand new game for the Xbox One. We're going to do more Legends of Destiny, and lastly, I'm going to do one more Pick of the Week. All that is next on BigCTV.
You got to move if you're ready or not. Give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to move. It's your chance to fly with your head held high. Right about now. You got to.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to BigCTV Season 5, Episode 2. My name is Chris, aka Big C. Sorry about taking an extra week off. Just had a lot going on and a lot of Destiny to play, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So decided, it'd be better to, instead of having a slow episode that doesn't have a lot going on, to instead delay it a week and have more to show. And that's exactly what we're doing this week. I got a lot of interesting little things to show off. So let's kick it off. First of all, one of the things that I want to do with every single season of BigCTV is I always want to try to reinvent things. Whether it's coming up with a brand new segment or concept, doing some major changes to the format. I always like to keep moving forward, as Walt Disney would say. So, one of the things that we're trying to do with BigCTV Season 5 is do more special edition features. Now, we have done a few special episodes in the past, such as our Destiny launch episode last year, as well as our mini-series of episodes, BigCTV Cajun Style. We're going to be doing a little bit more of those this year, because we have several big-name game releases that we're going to do special episodes about, as well as another field trip season, mini-season, if you will. So, I wanted to share those plans with you, just to, let you know what's coming up. So, of course, the first big special episode that we're going to be doing in Season 5 is going to be based on Destiny the Taken King, the first brand new expansion for Destiny. That episode is going to air around September 15th, give or take. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff from unboxing the Collector's Edition to showing off some of the Year 1 rewards, all kinds of good stuff. So that's going to be a very exciting episode I'm sure you're not going to want to miss. After that, we've got a big episode devoted to Rock Band 4, because obviously that's an exciting game that cannot wait to get my hands on. So we're going to do a full episode about unboxing the giant box of instruments, trying them all out. Of course, some gameplay footage and plenty more. So look for that Rock Band episode coming in October. Later on in October, you will get a special episode devoted to Halo 5 Guardians. Of course, the next big Halo game deserves its own episode. So we're going to do a big episode on that, featuring tons of gameplay footage. I'm going to unbox the Collector's Edition, as well as showing every multiplayer mode, a little bit of story. Lots of great stuff on that one. Last but certainly not least, for the special episodes that I can announce a date for, or a time for at least, right now there are two big game releases on November 10th. Those are Fallout 4 and Rise of the Tomb Raider. We're going to devote an entire episode to those two games. So look for that in November. We'll do plenty of gameplay footage from both of those big name releases. There might be another one coming in end of August, because there's a day with 4 major releases. So I might decide to do another special episode. We'll see. I might just break it into 2. I'm going to leave that up in the air for now. But that might happen, because on the same day we've got Madden NFL 16, Until Dawn, Dishonored, the Definitive Edition, and Gears of War Ultimate Edition, all on the same day. So needless to say, my wallet's going to be empty, but also that's going to be a very packed episode, or episodes, depending on what we do with it. So there's a little taste of what's to come in terms of special episodes. We are also planning on doing another field trip mini-season. This time it's going to be to Washington and Virginia area. Not sure when that's going to happen yet. We're still waiting on the details. But that should be coming sometime this fall. That's the guess right now, but we'll find out more as time goes along. So anyway, that was a little mini preview of special edition episodes that we hope to do during Season 5. So now, let's talk about a game called Tembo the Badass Elephant. It is developed by Game Freak, the guys who made Pokemon, of all things, published by Sega, and it's on Xbox One and PS4. So here is some gameplay footage, including the tutorial and the first level of Tembo the Badass Elephant for Xbox One. That's a very Nintendo-esque presentation. Oh no! Jump. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Excellent whole day. Alright. Whoa! Training complete. Flying all the way back to the city. Alright, let's do this.
Right? Let's try this. Die! There we go. Oh, damn it! Ah! Ooh. I'm not gonna be able to get that. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, damn it. There we go. Ah. Nope, I already went that way. Damn it. There we go. Ah, damn it. Right? Cannon. Yeah. Destroy everything. Haha! Oh, crap! No! There we go. Kill everybody. Strike. Oh, damn it. No! Oh, good. Yeah. Aha! Awesome! Pretty close. Not perfect, but pretty close. And there you have it.
Okay, so next we're going to go back to a brand new segment that we started last week, Legends of Destiny. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, I took an extra week off, and part of that was because I got really back into Destiny. As I should by having a whole segment on it, but especially in the last couple weeks, a lot has happened in my Destiny world. And I'm going to share all that with you with our next episode / session of Legends of Destiny. Okay, so a lot of things can happen in 2 weeks of Destiny, and a lot did for me. For those who did not watch last week's episode or haven't heard this, I got Destiny when it first came out. Stopped playing for a long period of time just because I ran out of things to do and didn't really have anybody to play with. That all changed after I started playing House of Wolves. I tried it out just to see how it was again. Got hooked, then got really hooked after I found people to play with. So now I'm very hardcore back into it. I play it all the time. And this past 2 weeks I've made a lot of very important and historic moments in my Destiny legend. And I wanted to share those with you. There's a lot of them. I'm going to try to go fairly quickly, but of course I'll give you some backstory on each segment. All of these, of course, are recorded from the Xbox One version of Destiny, either through Twitch streaming or from the Xbox recording app. So, we'll start things off with my first exotic weapon. Now, for those of you who don't play Destiny on a regular basis, exotic weapons are extremely rare weapons that have some kind of unique trait that makes them awesome. They're the most desired weapons in the game for the most part. So, of course, I hadn't had one up until last week, and it's pretty exciting when you finally get your first exotic. For me, it was kind of a weird time to get it, but nonetheless, I was absolutely stoked. So, here's my first Legend of Destiny about getting my first exotic.
That odd but awesome moment where your team loses the match and you don't do particularly well. You did get an upgrade though for your awesome shotgun. But despite all of that, you get your first exotic weapon and you cannot be happier. Yeah.
Alright, so next, as you remember from the previous episode of BigCTV, I did my first raid a couple weeks ago. That was, of course, the Vault of Glass. So, to continue with that, I also completed my first raid on Crota's End, which is the second raid that has come out for Destiny thus far. I didn't quite enjoy it as much as Vault of Glass. I still really enjoy Vault of Glass, but Crota's End's also fun, and you get some pretty good rewards from it. So, here is another Legend of Destiny where I completed Crota's End for the first time.
Go. Go, 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 back out. That's it. Yeah. What did I get? I got Light of the Abyss. Okay.
Alright, so the next Legend of Destiny is, of course, involving Xur, the Agent of the Nine. Again, for those who don't play Destiny, Xur is a vendor who shows up in the Tower, which is the game's social space, only on weekends. And one of the things he sells is exotic weapons, kind of like what I talked about before. So he requires a very special currency called strange coins, which you can earn throughout the game, but they're kind of hard to come by. So I hadn't used them up until this point because I haven't had that many. You only get them every now and again, or at least until you know where to look. So I finally saved up enough coins, and I was all excited to buy my first ever exotic from Xur. So here is another Legend of Destiny, purchasing my first exotic from Xur, the Agent of the Nine.
You got Patience and Time. Huh. And chest armor engram. Interesting. Do I want to buy Patience and Time? Let me look at the details for it. Third eye, upgrade damage. Seems like a pretty decent sniper. Hey, now I have patience and time.
Okay, so the next legend, of course, involves golden chests. Now, golden chests are something that are scattered throughout the Destiny world. There are 5 on each planet, and of course there are 4 planets that you can access in the base game. Earth, Mars, Venus, and the Moon. Well, the Moon's not a planet, but you know what I mean. So, one of the moments of triumph that Bungie has encouraged everyone who's been playing since year 1 to try to accomplish before the Taken King comes out and begins year 2 is to find all 20 golden chests in the game. Now, the moments of triumph is a huge list of things that are pretty difficult to accomplish. Some are pretty simple, such as beating the game or beating the 2 expansion story mode. Some are more challenging, such as beating raids on hard, beating Prison of Elders on hard, finding the golden chest, completing 100 public events, all kinds of very difficult challenges. I've actually, when I first started replaying Destiny, I did not think I had any chance of completing this, and I'm actually only 2 things away from accomplishing all of those goals. And once I accomplish them, I get an exclusive emblem that is only available to those who do all these things before the Taken King comes out. So I've got a month to do 2 things, so it's pretty easy. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. In the meantime, I'm just going to try to develop my character and make myself better. I digress. So, of course, the golden chest was something that I needed to accomplish, and I did it. I finally found all 20 golden chests. So here is another moment of Destiny, Legends of Destiny, where I found the last golden chest.
You know, document another historic moment in my Destiny career, and that is the finding of all of the golden chests. This is the last one I had to find. It is in the Iron I don't remember what it's called. Iron Line on Mars. So it's hidden way up here. It's kind of tucked away, but this is number 20. I found all of them after this. So, ta-da! And I got a machine gun that I do not want. Now I get to get rid of all this crap.
Alright, now like I mentioned before about the moments of triumph, of course a couple of those moments are beating both the raids on hard. I'm not going to show those just because A, I didn't get to record my first time beating Vault of Glass on hard. I did record my beating Crota's End on hard, but it's the same as the clip you saw earlier. So I'm not going to include those in this, but those were also big moments where I beat both the raids on hard. Got some good loot from them. So that was important, but it's not one of the moments I'm showing today. The next moment is a big one, one that I've been trying to accomplish for a while, and that is reaching the maximum level. So, how leveling works in Destiny, you're able to reach level 20 by earning experience. Once you hit that mark, you can level up using light. Light is something you can only obtain in armor. So if you find armor with light, you equip it, you rank up based on how much light you have in your armor. It takes a little while, especially because you have to find the right mix of armor to rank up. And I finally found what I needed to max out my armor. So, here is another Legend of Destiny where I make it to level 34, the max level in the current game.
Alright, I'm ready to make this historic moment. Haha! 34! Yay! Alright, now to go to the Cryptarch and decrypt all these engrams that I have.
Alright, and my final Legend of Destiny is one that is quite exciting. So like I mentioned before, exotics are kind of something that are hard to obtain. and certain ones in particular are more desirable than others. There's one weapon in particular, which is a rocket launcher in the game, that is very, very rare and pretty much known by everybody as the single most powerful weapon in the game. It doesn't drop very often, so it's kind of a difficult weapon to obtain. So of course, every week you're allowed to play all the raids, all the Nightfall Strike, all kinds of stuff, and get some really good rewards. So I played the raids this week. The first time I played the raids, the first raid I did this week, which was Vault of Glass, didn't exactly get anything great. However, when I played Crota's End on hard, completely different story. Let me show you what I mean, and you gotta check out my reaction.
Go, go, go. All right. He's down, down, down. Reloading, ready to go. You're ready. Got him. Word of Crota, yes. Wait, I did? No. Yes! Woohoo! Apparently, I didn't see that. I saw I picked up Word of Crota. Oh, I'm so happy. I am. Go to orbit? Alright, I'm going to orbit. Oh, dude. Hold on, I gotta see this. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. But, yep, there it is! Oh, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. And I got Word of Crota. That's wow. That was a terrific raid for me. I got Galahorn and Word of Crota. Oh my gosh.
Alright, so for those who were not aware of what this is, the weapon that I got was called Galahorn. It is the single most powerful weapon in Destiny. I was very, very excited to get it, naturally. Because it's an awesome, awesome gun. I've already started leveling up pretty well. It's very, very powerful. So it's very nice to have. So yeah, those were all of my Legends of Destiny for the past 2 weeks. Look for plenty more of them throughout the course of the next week. I'm sure I'll have plenty more things to share. So we're going to wrap up this episode with another pick of the week. So here's a pick of the week. Alright, so when I first started planning this episode, I originally intended to do this as a review. However, because a lot of stuff happened and I ran out of time, I decided instead to make it my pick of the week. So my pick of the week this week is for Ant-Man, the movie that just came out a couple weeks ago from Marvel Studios, of course. Ant-Man's a great film. It stars Paul Rudd as Scott Lang, a thief turned superhero who must break into his mentor Hank Pym's former company and steal a suit that could potentially trash the world. He also has to fight Avengers and do all kinds of crazy stuff, as well as learn how to fight when shrunk to the size of an ant. It's a really visually stunning film, very funny film, lots of great action. It's a little smaller scale, no pun intended, than normal Marvel movies are. However, don't let that deter you from seeing it's actually really well done. And you might not have thought that Paul Rudd could pull off being a superhero lead, but he definitely can, and he does a really good job with it. So that's my pick of the week, short, sweet, to the point. Check out Ant-Man. It's a really good film. I really want to go see it again. I haven't gotten around to it yet, so hopefully I will get to at some point. Anyway, that is it for this episode of Big C TV. Thank you for watching. Look for hopefully another episode next week. I think I've got enough stuff for one, including we're going to show gameplay footage of Rare Replay, which is the first big Xbox One release for the fall-ish time. So anyway, thank you for watching Big C TV. I'm Chris. See you next week.
Falling